Hello, everyone. I am Quinn Brewster, Senior Director of Meetings and Expo at Kellen. I want to welcome you to all Kellen's headquarters for our official ribbon cutting ceremony this morning. We will keep today's proceedings tight because I know everyone has a busy day in front of them, but I hope you'll be able to join us afterwards in our expanded office for some light refreshments. Without further delay, I would like to welcome Kellen CEO Travis Rush.
Thank you, Quinn, and welcome everybody. It's great to see so many smiling faces in a bustling downtown DC office here at Kellen. I'm excited to welcome you to our expanded office space, which will include 2 floors and more than 30,000 square feet of office space here in the National Press Building. Yep. And even more excited to announce we're going from 40 staff all the way up to over 100 over the next 2 years, jobs here in DC. And yeah, right. And none of that would have been possible without the Vitality Grant from the mayor's team. It was really wonderful and made the process very easy, the decision very easy for Kellen to bring our headquarters from Atlanta up to DC here, and we're very excited for what the future holds. We're very bullish in general on DC, not only obviously as a political capital, but as a business capital for many years to come. It's important to our clients and it's important to our staff. In fact, I'm so bullish that I'm happy also to announce that my family and I are relocating from Atlanta to the district in early 2025. So we're excited to come back. And so as I welcome the mayor to the podium, I want to also welcome other companies and other CEOs to move to the district and see what we're talking about here. And so without further ado, I'd like to thank the mayor and her team for making this possible. Mayor Bowser. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. Let's give Travis and the Rush family a big round of applause. I want to give the Kellen family a round of applause and a hearty welcome as well to Washington, D.C. I frequently say, because it's true, that Washington is the best city in the world, and Atlanta is a great city too. But we know why you're here. We think there's no place like home and to do business, and of course to come to work every day to change the world. And we, of course, have been very focused on being welcoming to companies, to spreading the word to your colleagues, CEOs, that we're a good place to do business, that we've put together an economic development toolbox that will help you make the decision to move to DC even easier. People know that we are a place for top-tier talent, and they want to be connected to policymakers on the Hill and those that come to advocate for better policies for their small towns and cities and for our entire nation. They know that we have world-class connectivity, both in our outstanding transit system, our connections to airports, and our transit connections to airports as well. And we know that in order for you to attract your talent to work here, we want to be able to talk about our amenity-rich neighborhoods as well, our great schools, our #1 park system, and all the things that we do as a government to make DC a great place to live. And I hasten to add that we have free pre-K starting at 3 years old, and it is universal. So that's part of our story, and my job and the Deputy Mayor, Nina Albert, and her team at DMPED, their job is to tell that story, working with our partners at the Economic Partnership led by Derek Ford and so many of our business focus groups. One thing that we know helps is our Vitality Fund. And the way I explain it to our policymakers is it's one tool in our toolbox. So when companies are making these decisions, and you have choices, and we recognize that you have choices, we want your first choice to be Washington, and we want to help you seal the deal. And by establishing your headquarters here, we know that you're creating more jobs, and you will, and I'm glad to hear, plan to double your footprint here in Washington in the next 2 years. I know that nearly 50 people already work here. And with the influx of associations and industries that you represent, we hope that that number will grow. We know that the associations find their headquarters here, but even the ones that aren't are having meetings and conventions at our convention centers and our growing list of hotels each and every year. So with your full-time employees that are based here, welcome to your future employees. This is a great looking office. You're going to enjoy coming to work here, strategizing with your colleagues, and being close to everything that Washington has to offer. Congratulations, Team DEMPED, Team Economic Partnership, and Team Kellen. Welcome. And so with that, I think you get to meet some of our press corps, and they may have a couple questions. We're going to cut the ribbon and take a quick tour. Any press questions? Yes, Mark.
Mayor, for you first,
Nina, first come up.
Can you tell us how it's going to come back? Is the district back? Is there a target where you'll say, I mean, I know pre-pandemic numbers, obviously, but you put a lot of focus on housing and converting empty office space to housing, and this is the first in a while where we've seen office space being used for office space, right? And so I'm wondering how that effort is going, if you can quantify the comeback.
Sure. Well, the comeback plan is actually a 5-year economic development strategy, and I guess we're a little bit more than a year in it. So the first thing I'll tell you is we have 4 more years to go to reach some of the goals that we outlined. And while we're here at Kellen today, and it's great news, is not the only company that has opened in the district or expanded in the district or that has refocused their remote work plan to be in the district. So I don't get to all of the welcomings, but they're welcomings that are happening on a regular basis. But I'll turn to Nina to share any other kind of progress notes on the comeback.
So our comeback plan, particularly for downtown, articulates that we want to fill the space, change the space, and bring the people. So we've been talking a lot publicly about changing the space, office to something else. But today's event is really about filling the space. And the Vitality Fund has been successful. We've awarded, Kellen is one of them, 6 grantees already. And the investments that we've made have grown, we've attracted 1 major company, and we have expanded 5 major companies. And now with just the investments that we made through Vitality Fund have grown the district's employment base by 800 people. That's with 5 companies. So companies are coming, but they're being more diligent about the space that they have. They want it to be more efficient. They want it to be more highly amenitized. So we're seeing companies use space more efficiently. But businesses continue to invest, continue to come to DC. We have a great partner in the Economic Partnership that is attracting and retaining our businesses. And today's just another example of that.
Any other press questions? Yes, sir.
For Mr. Rush, is that right, Rush?
Yes.
I'm sorry
Yes,
if
Travis
I've got your
Rush.
name wrong. Welcome to DC.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you
Welcome
tell-
back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what Kellen is? What do you do?
Sure. We're a global association management company. We provide the headquarters and full staffing for more than 100 associations globally, trade groups and professional societies.
Can you tell us, kind of in a nutshell, why you chose DC? What other cities were you considering? I know you came from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you considered other cities. What was the tipping point that said DC is the place?
Absolutely, yeah. So we had been headquartered in Atlanta for 50 years, a number of years. We also have office space in Chicago, Those were really the three locations: Chicago, Atlanta, and D.C. There were a number of factors that went into the decision. Certainly, the association space, values the proximity to decision makers and policymakers in the district, but also, again, as I said, the Vitality Grant was kind of the cherry on top that really made the decision easier for us.
Okay, let's cut a ribbon. Thank you.